Hi, welcome to my computer science internal assessment. This program is meant to help my client manage various item entries for food, medicine, and drinks for keeping track of allergies as such. I'd like to begin by talking about the table here. Here, I have entry number, type, name, and date. I can sort these by ascending in descending order like so. Now, I can also add an entry to this table, which will be added to a database table. This is picked up from a database table. So I can add an entry. Now, if I ever wanted to go back, I can click on this. But let me go add an entry now. So let's say I want to call this test 5 and save entry. I can't do that because I need to include date and ingredient. So if I put a date in here and try to save entry, it will still require ingredients. So let's call this water. And let's say that this child, right? Okay, let's just call this a drink for now because water. And let's say this child is allergic to water for some reason. So let's just click dangerous and save entry. And now it is in here. Now let's say I want to go edit the contents. What if I made a mistake? So I can click on this and I can change test 5 into whatever other name I want to call this. So let's just call this water. I accidentally called it test 5 in this instance. I could say the water came from brand X, and remarks inventory is meant to put other information. So I can put brand X at gmail.com in case like I have an issue with them whatsoever. Now let's say I want to delete water, or let's just try another row to demonstrate that the other rows work. So view and configure selected row. So now I can go ahead and delete this entry. A pop-up appears confirming if I want to delete the entry or not. In this case I do, but let's say in the instance I don't. Nothing happens. Now let's say in the instance I do. The entry is gone and the table is automatically updated. Now if you notice, if I were to add a new entry, pay attention to this entry number 12. Now if I were to add a new entry, this auto increments to 13. I cannot edit this field either. Neither can I edit the date field either. This is to prevent misformatting and preventing the user from typing another entry number that already exists. This is so every entry can be unique. Now let me go over to my search area over here, and let's say I want to search in historical order from the 8th up until the 10th. Nothing else is selected. Press search. I only get these two results. I can click this button to reset my search and simultaneously update the database to have the latest contents if an entry were to be added manually to my SQL table. So I could put this date range. So let's say I don't want to show the 12th, and I only want to show the non-applicable types. I will now only see the non-applicable types between here. And as such, let me reset this. What if I want to find a very specific entry? I can put the entry number in here and search. This is all achieved with a query builder method. Now, I can also go into here and type a specific name. So let's say I want to only find like test 1. I can do that. Say I want to find water. I can also do that. These two have water in them. So let's say I only want to find the safe items. I can click this and search. Voila. So I want to find the unsafe items. I can click this and search. Now, there's not enough entries to prove this, but if I were to add multiple entries, the demonstrations I've shown earlier proves that I can put multiple different search filters and narrow down the amount of results I get, enabling the client to be able to find content like the entries needed as soon as possible. Now, let's say that I want to send this file to somewhere else, to say another person that needs to view all these attributes, or in this case, the client who needs to send it to someone. Yeah. So let me go press the CSV file button over here. It shows that this has been saved successfully, and let me go pull up the file to prove it. As you can see, record.csv is saved in here. And if I open with, wait 1 second, if I open with Notepad, all the entries that I have saved in the database table are shown here. Lastly, I would like to demonstrate what would happen if I were to start the program with faulty, like with incorrect database credentials. So let's say I put a space in here. Say I try to start this. I will now get a prompt saying this, that the database connection cannot be established and I must correct it in my code. So the moment I correct this and run this again, like so, the program is back to normal and functioning. Thank you for listening to my computer science internal assessment.